Okay, guys, it's Hack Monster once again on this tutorial. This is the Arduino lesson 2 part 1. Okay, we had just gone through the Arduino lesson 1, part 1 and part 2. So this is the Arduino lesson part 2, part 1 rather. So in this lesson we are going to be explaining the code that is required to toggle an LED with a button using the Arduino Uno. So as usual, I would have to tell you that all our lessons are actually segmented into two. Every Arduino lesson is segmented into two. It's segmented into two, part 1 and part 2. So in every part 1 we explain the code, we take time to explain the code, just as I will be doing now. I'll be explaining all the codes that you'll be requiring to make this project happen. And then in part 2, Arduino lesson part 2, I will be demonstrating to you the project live. So, and that's just the best way to go about this, right? So we would explain the code, right? We would explain all the code here, and then in part 2 you would see the project live running. Okay. Just a note up front. Now, if you're finding the quality of this video too blurred, probably on your device, or you're probably from whatever setting you have on the YouTube, so you can just change that setting using the YouTube settings, just like this, right? You go to the settings, your settings. This is the YouTube. Go to your settings. Go to quality and change it to 720p or any other higher value you have on your YouTube, right? It's gonna give you a more clearer image of this lesson. So heading back towards our lesson, before I would go on explaining this code in this lesson, it would be nice for me to tell you how and where you can get this code from. It would be nice for me to tell you where you can get this code from. Okay, so this is where you can actually get. This is one place where you can actually get the code from and follow up this tutorial. The DAErobotics website, www.daerobotics.com. So you can just copy the website like this, and I'm copying it, and you can go to your browser, right, and paste it, and this is where you're going to arrive, the DAErobotics website. So you just head over to the tutorials, right, the tutorials, then tutorial category. You would see different lessons. So we have the Arduino here, so you can go to the Arduino. You would see that you are gonna see the lessons there, and you can probably copy the codes from there. And it's also good for me to go just to create an awareness of the DAErobotics shop. From this shop you can get all the materials that you need to follow up this tutorial, and not just this tutorial. You can also create probably you also want to be creating a more interesting project. You can just head over to this shop, to the shop section of the website, and order for your product, and it's gonna be delivered to you anywhere within Nigeria, right? And that's actually great. It will be delivered to you just about anywhere within Nigeria. You can just specify your address and all of that, and the customer service is actually very great. Okay, I've showed you how to get the tutorial, the codes we'll be looking at in the tutorial. Another place I would want to be showing you, I would want to be showing you where to get the code from is our online space, or online public space, the github.com/daerobotics-systems. Exactly like this. You copy the link like this, copy and paste it on your browser. Paste. Okay, so exactly, so you would be led to the robotics tutorials, right? You would see the Arduino here, Arduino. Okay, we have the LED blinking. You can, we've done this lesson, so this is where we are. Toggle LED with the button. You can click on it and click on these two, and you'll see the code just right here. You can copy the code, everything here, copy everything here, and paste it onto your editor like this, just exactly like this, right? And another way to do that is another way to get all the codes, like I've explained in the first lesson, is to come over here, this green, just on the robotics tutorial, right? Come over here. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so click on this tutorial here, and come here, this green button here, you just click on it and download the zip file. In this zip file, you're going to see all the lessons, like all the codes for all our lessons, right? So instead of taking them one by one, you can just download them in this zip file, and then once you're done downloading it, you can then unzip it, and you're going to see everything here. So there are 7 here, like I've said before. We will be increasing them. We are working on creating more examples and putting them in a code format for you to get them for free. Heading over to here and back to our example, our lesson rather. Okay, in this tutorial, what this code is all about is going to be toggling an LED, right? So when you press the button, the push button down, just as stated in the description, when you press the push button down, the LED is going to turn on, and when you release it, when you release the push button, the LED is going to turn off. The LED in this example will be connected to digital pin 12, while the tact push button is connected to pin 8 with the resistor pulling it to ground. Now, heading over to the code, here is the function that that allows us to allows the Arduino to know when a button is being pressed. This button press here, it allows the Arduino to know when the button is being pressed. And like also in the former lesson, Arduino lesson 1, we initialize the LED pin to pin 12. Okay, you can use any pin you want. So far, you connect that pin to the actual value you've substituted these for. And also in this place, we have an added button pin here, another button pin, which we've assigned pin 8 to, right? So we've actually assigned pin 8 to the button pin. Okay, now heading over to the void setup, right? In the void setup, like I said before, right, that the void setup is meant to run just once throughout the program. It runs just once. Any code within this void setup runs just about once. And in here we've set the LED pin to an output, right? We've actually set the LED pin to an output, and we've set the button pin to an input. Okay, because the Arduino is actually gonna be receiving signals from this button pin, and that's why we set it to an input, and it would be giving out signal. It's receiving signal here while it is giving out signal here. That's that for the void setup. And in this void loop, okay, in this void loop, as I've always said before, any code within the void loop, now the void loop ends here, this brace here, any code within the void loop is running just forever so far the Arduino is on. So this is the code running in the void loop. Okay, what does this code do? This is the actual code that makes the LED come on and off when the button is toggled. This is the code that does the actual toggling. Okay, so this is the button press. Okay, the button press that we've declared here as a prototype. So when this button press is turned on, okay, so we will tell the Arduino to turn. When the button is pressed, the Arduino is going to turn on the LED, right? But when the button is released, if this button press checks that the button is released, it's going to turn off the Arduino. That's what the statement is all about. So in short, when this tells that the button is pressed, okay, when you press the button, this code tells the Arduino, oh, the button has been pressed, then you are supposed to turn the LED on. Also, when you release the button, it knows this, tells the Arduino, and it says, okay, turn off the LED. So that's what this code is just trying to say. This statement is trying to say in short. Then moving over to the definition of the button press, right? This is the where we define, in essence, the button press that you've seen just about here, which actually does the watch for a button press. It actually looks out for every button press and button release. Okay, so you can just take out time to study it over and over again to get acquainted with this code. Having explained the code, would go over to uploading the code to the Arduino. First of all, what do we do for uploading the code to the Arduino? Can someone tell me? Okay, if you guessed that we are supposed to go to tools and check for our board and our port, whether they are set in place correctly, then you are right. So here the Arduino is set in place, Arduino Uno, and the port is set in place. Then we can then go over to upload the code. Remember, uploading does both two things. It does verifying. Instead of pressing verifying here, you can just press upload and it would verify. That's one task, and after verifying, it's going to upload the code to the Arduino board. So just in a second, we are uploading the code to the Arduino board. Uploading and uploading done. So in the part 2 of this lesson, you can see the code running live on the Arduino. So after you're done watching this, you can just head over to the part 2 and you'll see the live demonstration of this code on the LED and the button. When I press the LED, when I press the button, the LED comes on, and when I release it, the LED goes off. If you found this video useful and very helpful and interesting, you can just give it a thumbs up, and also you can, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please you can do well to just hit the subscribe button to get notifications on every tutorial we're giving. And also share the videos with your friends and those who are interested in technology and the advancement of technology. If you have any comment, put in the comment section below on the YouTube channel, and also on our website. And if you're on a WhatsApp group chat, you can also ask a question on the group chat. So that's the end of this video, and thanks very much for watching.